Detailed spoilers for Chapter 1168 Snowfall on Elbaf have been updated. The chapter opens with the sheep sisters knitting gloves for Hachan. The story then continues with the aftermath for the giant tribe. Ever since King Harold started sucking up to the world government, the fate of the giants has taken a dramatic turn. Elbaf opened up for trade with other nations. The heroic deeds of the giants and the marines were widely spread. As for Loki, the one who destroyed the 9 villages to avenge his mother, he was thrown into prison. After completing his mission, Harold returned to the tavern to meet his lover. The two dreamed of a beautiful future where Elbaf and the world were one. Then, they could set sail on adventures again, just like the old days. However, just as his lover reached out to hold his hand, she breathed her last. On the day she died, snow fell heavily on Elbaf. Harold and Helden cried their hearts out by her bedside, while Loki sat silently in his cell. 14 years ago, Shanks was about to be promoted to a God's Knight but mysteriously went missing right before the decisive moment. And so, Harold got the chance to take his place, officially becoming a God's Knight. He followed the 5 elders into the empty throne room in the Holy Land of Mary Geos. Just as Harold said he intended to abdicate the throne once Elbaf became a member of the world government. Emu, to his utter shock, appeared on the empty throne. Emu said, "Come closer, Harold. I have always been watching you." A loud scream echoed through Pangaea Castle. Emu placed a mark on Harold, transforming it into the symbol of the deep sea contract, identical in shape to Korinji's mark. Harold felt his power surge astonishingly. Emu declared that the giant king had become an immortal knight, a servant of Emu. Harold still hadn't fully processed it, it felt like a dream. Emu gave the first order, build an abyss in Elbaf, which was a pentagram. He revealed that later, when Emu's final command was completed, all of the giant king's efforts would be rewarded, and Elbaf would be allowed to join the world government. Not long after, Harold returned to his country. In the throne room of Orsto Castle, he personally built the abyss. Emu finally showed his true colors, issuing a secret command, demanding Harold to turn Elbaf into a military state and build a giant fleet no smaller than the Marines. The giant king could not accept this. He tried to resist, but his body wouldn't obey. The price of the deep-sea contract was that he could never defy Emu's orders. The giant king had no choice but to order his soldiers to tie him to a pillar and immediately summon Geralt and his sons. At that time, Helden was on a mission at sea, so only Loki and Geralt were summoned to the castle. The guards called Loki from the prison. Shalria received her summons at her residence. Finally, the frame freezes on the famous portrait of King Harold. He holds his sword high, his expression full of majesty. It was on that very day that a massacre took place within the castle, leading to the death of the king most beloved by the people of Elbaf in history, King Harold. That's all for the spoilers. The manga is on break next week.